Hello everyone, my name is Sanjeev. In this video, I will demo how to deploy Anypoint Flex Gateway on Amazon Linux 2 instance and how to secure non-mule API using Anypoint Flex Gateway running on Linux 2. I have logged into the AWS console. I will go to the EC2 service. I will go to the instances. I have created one instance to install and deploy the Flex Gateway. This is a Linux 2 instance, and I have another instance where my Spring Boot service is running. I'm going to install the Flex Gateway on this EC2 instance. I will log into the EC2 Linux 2 instance using PuTTY. So I will start the PuTTY session. I will load my EC2 instance detail. I will open it. I will log in as EC2 user. Clear. Now I will go to the Anypoint platform, and here I will go to the runtime manager. I will go to the Flex Gateway. I will add a new gateway. So I will click add new gateway. And here I will select the Amazon Linux 2. So it's populated the instructions that I'm going to run here in this Amazon Linux 2 instance to install the Anypoint Flex Gateway. So these instructions already have populated the organization based on my organization ID. They populated organization, they populated token. For connecting to the control plane for registration process, either we can use Anypoint platform username password, or we can use connected app client ID and client secret, or we can use token. But in this case, it's already populated the token, so I'm going to use the token for registration process. So let's start, and I'm going to run these steps one by one to deploy the Flex Gateway in Amazon Linux 2 instance. So I'll copy this command. I will go to the PuTTY. I will paste it, and I'm going to run this command. So this will install the Flex Gateway package, Linux package. It is installing the Flex Gateway 1.6.2. Process is complete. Flex Gateway package has been installed in my Amazon Linux 2 instance. Now I will register the gateway. I will open new tab and I will go to the Anypoint MuleSoft.com, and here I will go to the runtime manager. I will go to the Flex Gateway, and right now we don't have any Flex Gateway in disconnected state or the connected state. Now I will copy the register command and we will provide the gateway name. So let me copy the command. I will copy it in Notepad. I will give the gateway name. I'm going to secure Spring Boot API. So I will say Spring Boot Amazon Linux 2 gateway. I will copy this command. So this command will register the gateway name that we provided, and it will create a registration.yaml file in this directory. So let me run this command. Starting registration. Now we can go to the Anypoint platform, second tab. So we can see that we see the new gateway, Spring Boot Amazon Linux 2 gateway. That's what the name we provided. And right now it is in disconnected mode. Anypoint Flex Gateway has been registered. Now I will go to the this page and I will start the gateway. Before starting the gateway, let's check the our registration.yaml file has been created or not. So I will say ls directory name, and we can see that we have the registration.yaml file got created. It have the Anypoint Flex Gateway name and the TLS detail that got created during the registration process. Now I will start the gateway. So I will copy this command to start the gateway. Hit enter, and this should start the gateway. I will go to the Anypoint platform second tab, and we can see that now our gateway has been started and its status is in connected mode. So we have Flex Gateway running and it's in connected mode. We can check the status with this command also here in the EC2 instance. So let me paste it. Okay, let me add the dot service, and we can see that Flex Gateway service is active and running. So application is running. Now I will use this Anypoint Flex Gateway to secure my Spring Boot API. So I have one Spring Boot API running here and it's running on EC2 instance. So let me click it. And this is the response. Hello there. This is Hello API. And right now it's not secure. We can call without any user password, any credential, and we can call as many times as we want. So there is no rate limiting applied. Now I'm going to secure this API. So I will go to the Anypoint platform. I will go to the Anypoint manager and I will add new API for this Hello Spring Boot API. So I will click add API, add new API. I will select Flex Gateway and I will select this Flex Gateway that we just created on Amazon Linux 2 instance and it's running in connected state. Click next. Right now there is no API in Exchange, so I will create a new API and I will give the name Hello API, and for asset type I will give HTTP API. Click next. For base path I will give API because we have a base path here, API slash API slash hello. So I will give the slash API. Click next. For route I will give hello API route, and I will give the upstream label hello API, and I will give the URL of my Spring Boot API. So I will copy till here. I'm excluding hello, and here I will paste it upstream URL. So I copied from HTTP my public address and then port 8091 because it's running on 8091 and slash API. Click next. So we are using Spring Boot Amazon Linux 2 gateway that we just created, and this is API detail and here is implementation detail. Click save and deploy. So our Hello API has been added to the Anypoint Flex gateway. Now I can access this API on this address as well, where our Anypoint platform has been deployed. So I will copy this address, public address. So this is the address of the EC2 instance where our Flex gateway has been deployed. So I will go to the new tab, and our Flex gateway by default deploy on 8081. So I will give the port 8081 slash API slash hello. Click enter. So we can see the response. So now we are accessing the API through Flex Gateway. This is we are going directly here, and in this case we are going through the Flex Gateway. So this is a public host name of EC2 instance where Flex Gateway has been deployed, and this is the port, and this is the rest of the endpoint. So to get access to this port, I have created a rule in a security group to get the access. So here you can see that security group, and I have exposed this port 8081 TCP port request coming from anywhere. So you need to do that. Then only you can call this port 8081. So I'm accessing this API through the Flex Gateway. Right now, this API is not secured. So I'm going to secure this API using Flex Gateway. So I'm going here in API definition, and here I'm going policies, add new policy, and here I will add basic authentication. Click next. I will give the username Spring Boot H, Spring Boot Hello, Spring Boot H password. Click apply. This policy has been added to the Hello API. Let me go here, and if I will access, it will ask for user and password because of basic authentication policy that we just added. So it's asking for user password. I'm going to enter this. Same username password, Spring Boot H, sign in, and we got the response. So now our API is secured. It needs user password to access this API, but we can invoke as many time as we want. So there's no restriction on how many time it can be invoked in a particular time period. So I'm going to add one more policy, add policy, and I will add a rate limiting policy. Click next, and I will say invoke number of time 2, time period 1 minute. So if we invoke a third time in a minute, it should fail, it should give error. I can expose header, click apply. So this policy also got created and added to this API, Hello API. So if I will go back and access the API through Anypoint Flex Gateway, on third request, it should give me the error. So I'm hitting first time, first call, second call successful, and now I'm going to hit the third time. So in third time, it's giving error, too many requests. So our rate limiting policy also has been applied. So we have secured the API using Flex Gateway. That is, we deployed on Amazon EC2 Linux 2 instance. Our Hello API is secured now. We have applied two policies, basic authentication and rate limiting. This is all in this video. I showed you how to install and deploy Anypoint Flex Gateway in Amazon Linux 2 instance in connected mode. And then I showed you how to add the API in API Manager and how to secure Spring Boot Hello API using Anypoint Flex Gateway that is running on Amazon EC2 Linux 2 instance. So this is all in this video. If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.